Well, hello, my loves. It's me, Jazzy Mac, and today I have several different job opportunities. These are going to be all work from home. Yes, some of them are going to even be no phones. I know people are sick of phones, so I've got some jobs that are no phones. I've also got some bonus roles for you all. So I will show you some more entry-level roles that don't require any experience, that train you and provide the equipment. And I will also show you some of the higher paying roles for people that have been saying, Jazzy, can we see more six-figure roles? So let's go ahead and hop into the first opportunity. Now, this first opportunity for Comcast is the customer experience representative, and it is a inbound sales role. So you're not calling people and trying to sell them cable or anything like that. These are people saying, hey, I want to upgrade my current package. I want to add on some sort of bundle to my internet service. I'm ready to pay. Let's do it right now. So what's cool about this role is it pays up to $16.59 for just the base salary. And of course, you get a commission off of every new sale that you make. So customers are calling you to upgrade their account. And let's say their account was, it's $100 per month and they're upgrading to like $150 a month for that particular bundle. You would get a commission off of the upgrade amount. So what it really comes out to is making $43,000 to $50,000 per year. And that pretty much breaks down to somewhere around $25 or $26 per hour. Now, again, as I've said before, this job is definitely going to train you. And this job it's great for people that eventually want to go into technical sales, those six-figure sales jobs across like really big tech companies and things of that nature. So that's just one of the roles. Yes, I've got a resume for it that I've already done. One of the other roles that's going to be a little bit more entry-level friendly is going to be the virtual customer experience rep, retention services. So this is going to be for this role. It's basically going to be responsible for keeping customers with Comcast. So when a customer calls in and says, oh, I want to cancel my service, I had a bad experience, you will look at their account and say, okay, I see you've been a customer with us for 5 years. We definitely want to keep you. And, could we offer you like a month of free internet service for you to give us another try, something of that nature. So this base pay is $15 per hour. I don't know if they get commission, but I would say you should definitely be negotiating because 15 is pretty much the minimum that they can offer you because they pay like across the board, across the United States, including California. So they can't go any lower than $15 per hour. So I personally would be shooting for probably $20 per hour, especially if you've got any type of call center experience, anything like that. Oh, and I forgot to do my shout outs. So we saw Art Love got a job with Yelp last month, and that was for a sales role. So congratulations to you. And then we saw Kanitra that just got hired for Discover. And she said, her second interview went well and then they hired her. So congratulations to you. Tayana ended up applying for the Progressive job and got not one, but two job offers for the positions that she interviewed for. And her start date is going to be March 2023. So congratulations to you. And then we had Christopher that commented and said he also just got a job at Discover and he actually started on January 17th. So I am so freaking excited. Christopher, congratulations to you. And, we've got Makia, who's like, she was just talking about working for Apple and then she ended up getting the job for them, which was so cool. So some of these I don't even see, like it takes me several days to see certain comments sometimes. So I apologize apologize if I didn't shout anybody out sooner, but congratulations to all of you. When you think positively and when you clap for other people, you obviously get good things coming your way. Like that energy that you put out is the same energy that comes back to you. So when you put out good energy comes back to you. So clap for these people, say congratulations to them, and watch how you get blessed. So let's go ahead and look at the resume demonstration for the Comcast roles. I want to go ahead and make sure that we cover that before we get into the TurboTax role. So here's the one for the customer service role, and I want to blow this up just a little bit. So when it comes to customer service, I'm going to show you a couple of more roles at Comcast, but most of their roles are going to be centered around the customer experience. So we always want to have customer experience in any type of role that we do that is going to be like virtual support, email support, chat support. We've always want to talk about customer experience and customer outreach, and because these are also things that were in the job description. So inbound support, that's going to be another hot word. Obviously, when we talk about the name of the role and we talk about the company, that's going to also be a hot word as well. Some of the other things that you may see in a job description, especially for like virtual support roles, are going to be what they call KBs, which are knowledge bases. That is going to be something that you definitely want to make sure that you have on your resume. Another bullet point that you could add could be like KPIs, which stands for key performance indicators. And this is going to be based around like AHT, which is average handle time, and some of those other statistics that you might be rated on when you work in any type of call center or managing a queue. So I just wanted to point that out because I know a lot of you have experience with that. So the resumes are available to you for download in the description box. If you have the resume subscription, this is already in your library. You already got the announcement for it. Let's go ahead and look at the other role that they actually had available. They've got another role called the virtual customer service rep. Priority bulk. So this is going to be another customer experience role. Okay. And I wanted to point out the training schedule. A lot of you have kids and such. So I wanted to point out that this training schedule is kind of like an afternoon thing. It goes from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And they do also have like this self-paced virtual learning. So a lot of you say, well, I need to have a schedule that works for my kids, or I need to have a schedule that I can do something and it's okay for kids to be in the background. So if you've got a virtual learning schedule, this is called self-paced training. This is something that, offers you a little bit of flexibility. Now, I don't know right off if you're going to specifically be doing all of the support via phone, but they do have other support options via SMS, which is text message support. Then they've got e-chat, which you do through the website. And then they've got email support as far as how you communicate with customers. So I would talk to the recruiter, and I would definitely ask the recruiter if you could have priority when it comes to like doing email support. And, I emphasize to them that it's my preference to do SMS or chat support, over phones. So just want to make you aware that those are the different support options that they have available. So make sure you're telling them what you want and asking them if that can be assigned to you. So this job says that you can have 0 years of work experience. That's why it's so beginner friendly, because they've got, a 10-week training program that they send you through. And again, base pay at the minimum, this is just the minimum pay, is going to be $15 per hour. You should be negotiating up if you have any sort of experience. Okay. So make sure you are negotiating up as long as you've got that experience. So now Let's go ahead and pop over here to TurboTax because I wanted to show you a really cool role that wasn't based on you having tax experience or wasn't based on like you being a tax expert. I wanted to show you something that you could be like easily trained to do. So let's actually start with, they've got a operational support analyst role. Okay, let me just make this just a hair bigger. So this is going to be perfect for those of you that do have call center experience. Now, it's great because it's no phones. This is going to be a part of the customer success team. And you're going to be doing more like monitoring calls or maybe like listening in on calls or like researching any surveys that you get that a customer, is like saying that they're dissatisfied. So it's saying if you've got experience in a contact center, that's a plus. If you've got industry knowledge of KPIs like AHT, which is average handle time, ASA, I think is like how long it takes you to, what was it? Oh, average speed of answer, like how, if you're doing chat support, how long did it take you to respond to a customer? But what I did want to point out is it says you're monitoring the performance of that contact center. So this could be, like I said, listening in on phone calls, or it could be researching any like trend where customers are starting to complain about the same thing. You're saying, okay, why are we getting feedback or why are we getting surveys about customers having the same exact issue? So you want to make sure if you've ever worked in a call center, that should be the first thing on the resume. And we're going to look at the resume. And again, it's down in the description box if you need it. A lot of you have already worked with tools like Amazon Connect or Avaya. Avaya is pretty much like, if you've ever worked in a call center, Avaya is like the phone system. It's pretty much like the most common phone system that people use when working in any type of virtual support environment. So a lot of you already have Avaya experience, whether you knew it or not. Amazon Connect is also going to be kind of like a phone conferencing system. Sometimes people use it to do like interviews with Amazon, or sometimes they'll use it to talk to like Amazon customers. So again, interactive intelligence is a very fancy pants way of saying this is like call center phone systems or call center customer management systems. So it's just a very fancy way of saying that. And it's a fancy way of saying like WFM, which stands for workforce management. Workforce management is pretty much just having like an adequate head count of people that work, in a call center or work in virtual support, making sure we're not overstaffing or understaffing. So a lot of the times you guys have worked in environments where they will say, hey, call time is really, really low. Like we don't have many people in the queue. We're going to send some people home, or call time is really high and we need some people to stay late. So it's that sort of thing. So some words that you want to call out are monitoring and managing. Okay. Real-time customer contact queue performance. That's going to include service levels. So if our service level agreement says that we have to answer a call within 10 seconds of that customer calling in, that's an example of that. The other thing that I wanted to point out is you're going to be responsible in identifying issues that negatively impact the customer experience and taking corrective action. So if you've got an agent that constantly gets attitudes with customers, they're rude, and customers are complaining about that agent, you're going to be the person that's probably going to pull that agent to the side and say, listen, we're starting to see that you're having a negative impact on our customers, and we're not okay with that. Here's what we're going to do to, lead you into a better customer experience. So this role is going to be, you can work anywhere in the US for this role, including California. And the salary for California goes from $84,000 to $114,000, plus cash bonus. And in addition to that, equity rewards, which is going to be stock. So this is a fabulous opportunity that I would highly encourage you to apply for if you've got any sort of call center experience. I don't care if you work for AT&T. I don't care if you work for Arise, any sort of call center experience. I'm going to need you guys to apply for this. Okay. So let's pop over here to our other work from home opportunity. This is going to be another higher paying role. This is going to be the seasonal business analyst role with TurboTax. And this is going to be with their business intelligence team. Okay. And something that you may enjoy about this role is doing any type of research. If you're like a big data person and you're good with like SQL, you're good with Excel spreadsheets, you're just good with managing data and looking at patterns, those are going to be things that would make you like the ideal candidate. I used to use Splunk for like data analytics and for building, we would build apps for customers, and we would like build dashboards for customers. So if you've ever built any type of dashboards or use like Excel, all that type of stuff is very, very relevant experience. Okay. KPI metrics and reporting. Again, KPIs, key performance indicators, which was similar to what I mentioned with like the call center roles where you're looking at average handle time. You're looking at the number of people sitting in the queue versus the number of people, reporting that their issues were resolved. So this is just, it's going to be like a highly sort of analytical role. So those of you that like to do research and you like to figure things out, like it says here, you're going to be something like an investigator. You're going to connect the dots, things of that nature. So this is a pretty cool role. Again, open to everyone in the United States. And this role is going to pay $70,000 to $95,000 if you're in California. If you're not in California, those numbers change, but this is open to nationwide. So let's just take a super quick peek at the resume for the operations role that we were just talking about. So here is just where I would highlight, any sort of experience that I have in contact centers, virtual support roles, any type of supervisory roles and service level agreements. If you've ever worked in customer support, technical support, billing support, collections, any of that, you've had to adhere to service level agreements. Okay. So make sure you are in fact pointing that out. Again, Amazon Connect and like things like, Avaya. Those are going to be like the communication, like phone system or like the phone and computer systems that are used to do like meetings, but that are also used to like make customer chat interactions and things of that nature. So this resume is in your library. If you need it, make sure you grab the ultimate bundle. And that is going to do it for today. Congratulations to all you amazing people that are landing jobs. You're like putting in the work, you're using the resumes, you're taking my advice, and it's paying off for you. So I'm excited to witness your success. So let me know how I can support you and what other types of videos you want to see. Please make sure you like and subscribe and turn on notifications. And until the next time, I will see you all in the next video. Bye.